Hi everyone. Good morning. Yes. So that was a wonderful session. Now we all have something we have heard, right, about breath and all this. So today I am really excited because from the very young age, maybe from the age of 4, 3, I am going to I started hearing about breath a lot because we are in this, I've been grown up in the PSSM family, where I've been hearing these few words. Dhyanam ante shwasa meeda dhyasa. See, this is something I don't even know what is shwasa, but I've been hearing this word. And also there's one more sentence I've been hearing, shwase ni guru. You know, Patri sir always says this one particular line, I'm just friend to you. I'm not your guru, your breath is your guru. This is something I'm hearing from the very, very young age. So, I may not know the meaning at that time, but when I realized that, I have to take the path of yoga and I have to even learn more about myself or how our body works, mind works, and how really this path of purpose and everything starts. So I started learning yoga, and then that's where I have understood more about breath. So now I'm able to see all of you clearly. Yes. So now we are going to discuss about breath. And we have already spoke a lot. I'm so glad that there's almost the stage has been set. So now can anybody say what's breath to you? We'll start from you because we all know breath. There is not something that I'm going to start speaking about it from the basics. We all know, right? So what is breath? We all breathe. So then what's breath? Just say randomly, what is breath? Yes, wonderful. It's an inhalation and exhalation. What else?
Life have to live. Just to sustain, to live, we have to breathe.
Yeah, to sustain, to live, we have to breathe. Then, anybody has anything else to say? What's breath is more than this?
Oxygen.
It's oxygen.
Life.
It's a life force. Wow, it's a vital life force for all of us. True. So can anybody say how many hours or days we can survive without eating? Just randomly. 1 week, 30 days, 40 days based on the person, their capability. And how many days we can survive without water? 3 days. Based on the place we are. Exactly. If you are in Rayalaseema, then it's really difficult without water to survive even 1 day. So it depends. But what about your breath? How many days you can survive without breath? It's a very stupid question, right? Okay. How many hours you can, live without the breath? After 3 minutes. If you're not breathing, if you don't have oxygen enough, your mind stops slowly collapsing. I'm sorry, it's not mind. Even mind stops. At the same time, even breath stops. Sorry, your brain also stops working. Both happens. If your breath is disturbed, your body is getting disturbed, your mind is getting disturbed, your emotions are getting disturbed, even your entire system collapses. And what's happening with us is, we are always messing up with the breath. I'm asking one more question. Is breath involuntary or voluntary? Can anybody say? Involuntary. Is it? Breath is involuntary. You don't have to keep any effort. Do I have to think about breathing, or do I have to do it to happen? It's happening. But there is a part of it which is voluntary too. If you want to breathe right now, just inhale. There is even voluntary part of breathing. You can alter your breath, isn't it? The moment you know that you can alter your breath, you have to know that you can alter your mind, your body, your emotions, your reality too. That's the power of breath. The moment you understand that I have control on my breath, then you have to know that you have control on your entire reality. That's what this session is about. I know, in meditation, there's no such doing. You don't have to do anything about the breath. You don't have to, inhale wantedly, exhale wantedly, or regulate your breath. See how you sit, how you do. You don't have to. But once you are done with that 1 hour of meditation, or 2 hours of meditation, or whatever, there's some reality you are entering into, and what's there you are doing with your breath. That's what this session is about. That voluntary part of your breath, this is all about it. You have something under your control. Your entire 23 hours, maybe 1 hour you meditate, 1 hour you do yoga. We all somehow we do, right? We do pranayamas and all this. But what's after that? Are you even looking at how you're breathing? Do you know how your breath is affecting your physical body right now? The way you sit, the way you think, the way your mood is right now. Do you know it? Even how your breath is affecting the relationship with yourself, with the people surrounding you. You are somehow, if you know it or not, the way you are interacting with yourself, with the world is all about with your breath. It starts from there. That's why everybody is saying breathe. There are many sessions happening out there about how you breathe, rhythm of your breath. Breathe deep, relaxed breathing. All this is happening. There's whole business out there on breath. Because everybody know that once you know how to control your breath, and just Sir said, we all want to control somehow, right? A little part of our lives. If everybody is out of control, do you think, at least if this space is out of control, do you think we can have a session here? No, we all want some part of our life to be in a very controlled and happiest way possible. And it starts with understanding your breath. Okay, so that's how I thought maybe speaking about breath really makes sense. Okay, so why I am saying all this is at least to understand us why we are today speaking about science of breath. I want you to understand that breath is important. At least first let's go into the topic. But yes, knowing about breath is literally important to each one of us. Whoever is breathing here, they should know. I'll say to an extent, how breathing is really helping people. There are in Himalayas, I think maybe at 0 degrees, even minus degrees or somehow, they are living. How they are living? How their body, even our body just starts to, shiver or freeze when we are at cold temperatures. And how do they live there? They have mastered their breath. I'm saying the extent of mastering your breath. I don't want all of us to live in the temperatures, but I'm just saying, so breath has the power till there. What they have mastered is they have mastered their breath. Through their breath, they are even controlling their body to that extent. So, breath has that capacity. So maybe we don't have to, live in that kind of temperatures. You don't have to master your breath to that level, but at least you should master your breath at a level where you can handle yourself with the people around. Just have a healthy body, have a healthy mind, happy life. We all need it, right? Yes? Do you want a healthy body?
Yes.
Healthy at least till the last day of your life. We all want, right? Who doesn't want a healthy body? We all want. And what about your mind? Yes? You want a healthy mind? Even though you have a healthy body, a six-pack, or maybe, for girls it's a flat stomach, isn't it? It's useless when you have a crazy mind, isn't it? I've seen many people who have six-pack and they still hang to the fan. So that's not enough. Just taking care of your body is not enough. And this is the time we all have to understand that there's one more step after that. We have to take care of many things too, and just breath comes one of that. So that's how we are going to speak about that. And I have to just, one thing to ask about. Let me know the advantages of, how at least breath affects your physical body. Can anybody say? Few things. If you have a little knowledge on the breath, how your body will be. Anything you want to say? Healthy body? First line maybe, to start with. Yes, can anybody say, if you have really mastered your breath, how your body will be? Your body will be peaceful. Okay. Then? Energetic. Organs function properly. Exactly. Do you think that if any part of your organ is literally bothering you, can you sit here and listen? Imagine you have a stomach pain. Can you sit and hear? No, right? If you have a headache, is it possible for you to concentrate on spirituality, to speak about breath, to speak about something else? So, at least for every part to be happy, breath is doing something in the background, isn't it? So, we all have to understand that we have to take care of our bodies too. And literally, Breath is helping you. And I'll ask one more question, just basic question, because we are first speaking about the physical aspects. So what are the major muscles? If I ask organs, you will say nose, and then maybe windpipe, lungs, all these you will say. But I'll ask another question. What are the muscles involved in breathing? Can anybody say? Because only with the help of muscles we are inhaling and exhaling. We know that? No? Because muscles have to allow you to breathe in. You have to expand your lungs and everything. So can anybody say what are the muscles that are helping us? Just observe your body right now. Observe when you're breathing, what are the muscles moving, and let me know. Yeah, you're saying. On the chest. This is beautiful. Around your chest, around your rib cage, there are muscles inside and outside, and they are helping you. This is one wonderful. So we should know about our body. Just observe. And then what else is moving? At least I'm asking. What is moving while you're breathing? Your abdomen. So all your abdominal muscles are helping you. And what else? There's one main thing in between your chest and abdomen. Diaphragm. This is the main thing. See, we need to know at least these three things. Otherwise, what happens? We are all doing a wrong way of breathing. That's what is happening with us. And that's how stress is happening. That's how there is tight shoulders, neck pain at very, very young age. We all have upper back issues. Anybody have faced issue like when you have stress, you will have pain here? Anybody felt it? If you sit for a long time, it's aching. And you are just 20, just 18, just 15. So you feel it, right? Why it's happening? Because now I'm saying you can underline. In the school they'll say, this is 8 marks question, listen. Just something like that. This is very important to each one of us because we need healthy bodies. Today, whether you agree or not, we all need healthy, happy bodies to meditate, to understand your purpose. And the very first thing is understand the muscles you have to use to your breathing. Okay? So the muscles you have to use is your chest muscles and your diaphragm. A diaphragm is the muscle in between your chest and stomach. Okay? And then not stomach, abdomen. And then your abdominal muscles. And now most of us sitting here, we are all, what are we using? I will say. We are using the secondary muscles which are supporting for breathing and they are not meant to do. I will ask, yesterday I was discussing with Nikhil. Okay, Nikhil is my husband. Okay, so now what I am saying is, there is one thing. See, I am the maybe person who meant to do some Python coding. Okay, I have an intern with me who has a little idea and he is there to help me. And there is a manager. Tejashwini is the manager. What she does is, instead of using me, who am I? I am an expert in Python. And Tejashwini doesn't want me to use, and then she is putting pressure on the intern. What will happen to the intern? Let me know. Stress, frustration, and will there be any efficiency? Will he work with efficiency? Does the thing will get done perfectly? Who has to do it? Vyshnavi has to do it. I have to do it. But instead of me, somebody, an intern who is just there to support me has been kept pressure on. So right now that's what happening. And those secondary muscles are your neck, your shoulders, and then your upper back. They are there to support you. But we are all doing what is, we are just making them to breathe. We forgot how to use our abdominal muscles. Only in the deep sleep, somehow, maybe just for 10 minutes in a day, we are going to breathe with the belly. And remaining time, we are just doing this shallow breathing where only pressure is here. And after few days, Vyshnavi will forget about what is Python. Isn't it? If I am not going to do it, if nobody is using me, what will happen? I will forget. That's what is happening with all the organs in our body. All primary organs are now sleeping. So, why I am saying is, we'll just try now, we will just make it practical. I don't want you to just listen to me. I want you right now to observe your breath. Just observe. What's happening? You sit there, sitting in a relaxed way, isn't it? That's how most of our day we are doing. And now observe, what are the muscles you are using? Is your chest muscles, is your diaphragm and abdomen are actively breathing now. Just take a second, observe please. The moment you observe, they will start, but still observe. You are breathing in a very, very shallow way, using your chest, using your, not even chest, like upper part of your chest, up above your collarbones, and then your upper back, and then your neck muscles, shoulders. And now I am saying these muscles will be active, like actively they will work only when you are in the stress mode. That's how your body is made. When you are in stress, is stress good or bad? Anybody can say? It's bad. Stress is very bad, isn't it? Anybody have any things to add? Is stress good or bad?
It's more than what we can tolerate, it gets bad.
Exactly. How many of you say that, snake poison is bad?
It's good for the snake, but not good for the others.
Even for us it's good if we take it when it's needed. That's what I'm saying. There's like many medicines where it has been used to a level. But if anything is called poison, only if it is used more than an extent. Otherwise, it's good. Everything has a purpose on this planet. Stress is important to the body. Stress is really important to us. But when lion is coming, if I am in the relaxed mode, what will I be? I have to run. That's where your stress muscles will activate. How your body movements will be. Do you think that oxygen will go to brain to do the creative work? To think about, planet, to think about the world, to think about spirituality and these things? What will your mind do? It stops everything else. It sends each oxygen only to you, to the cells, only those muscles which will help you to run. And your digestion will stop. Your excretion, you don't even feel like when you are in tensed for so long a time, you will observe that you are not even breathing. After leaving everything, you will say, Ammaya. Did you ever say that? Why? You're breathing in a very different way that you don't even know that you are existing there. You are somehow in a very stress mode, and that's really required to all of us. But problem is where? When you don't know where to leave it. When lion is not there, if you are still running, where's the problem? When lion is gone, if you are still there in that moment, fearing about it, thinking about it, and your breath is that way, then that's where the problem is. You have to relax down. You know that moment where you should say, Maya, isn't it? You should know where you have to do efficiently and where you have to be efficiently. You don't have to do anything there. That's where meditation starts, isn't it? Yeah? So that's what the session is about. It's about knowing your breath. You have to take care of it. Get hold of it. It's right there with you. It's a magic we all have with us in this moment. And understand that stress is being created by you, how you're breathing, the way you sit. And then now I'm saying one more thing. How many of your students here, please raise your hands. Students are maybe even who is like trying to get jobs and who are like really want to excel in their jobs. I was a student till there now when I'm listening to the session. I think most of us are students, right? And still even learning something at the office and you have to excel in something. We all have some things to do in life. And now what's happening is to do all that we all need energy. Yes? Energy somehow how it comes, we are still in the physical level. Okay? We are talking about body. How it comes? When you breathe, oxygen just do something to the food and then it releases energy. That's how, right? But now, when you are doing this stress mode, stress play, we are all playing stress right now, unknowingly. When this is happening, you can't use this energy to everything else because your mind is still thinking, your brain is still thinking you are in stress because of the way you breathe. Not because of the stress your breath is altering. Because of your breath, you are creating a stress on your body. So, now we will try a simple practical because enough of speaking. Now we will try. So, we will play one music. Okay? Now there will be a music playing. Just close your eyes, everybody. It can be okay with whatever position you sit. We are not meditating. We are just imagining a situation. How many of us are good at imagination? When we are kids, we are the best imaginers. And it should be alive, in all of us. Now we will all go to, how many have you been to Bengaluru? Yes? You know Koramangala, you know Hudi flyover. I am from Bengaluru. So I know. Now we are on the Hudi flyover. Nikhil knows how it will be. There are many vehicles around you. You are in a car which has no AC and windows open. You've been hearing that honking sounds. Nikhil, say that line to him, that traffic sounds. There will be a traffic sound. Now just close your eyes. Listen to it. And just be there. Imagine. It's important to imagine. Without imagination, we will be We are not human beings, okay? Imagination is the biggest part of our lives. Let's enjoy now. Close your eyes. If you don't know hoodie flyover, now I am going to explain you how it will be. Okay, now close your eyes. You are in a cab. You asked Bhaiya on the AC. He said no. AC is not working. Okay, close your eyes. Yes. Now even you are in Bangalore, it is 12 p.m. only. Temperature is wonderful. So you are in a car with no AC. They know that it is traffic, it has been stuck, but people are still doing that honking there. Just leave it now when sound starts, just for a minute, that's it, not more than that. Observe how you're feeling, how your body is feeling when you're hearing those sounds. Just be there, be a good player, okay? Just close your eyes, listen to the sounds. Okay, don't open your eyes, just stay there. Now let us continue imagining that now the traffic has been cleared somehow and we have started going into the Kabban Park where there are trees from hundreds of years, which is very, very pleasant. And you finally say that, I am in Kabban Park. And you could see the greenery around you, a pleasant place after this heavy traffic. Where you can hear birds chirping. You can feel this little sunlight through the leaves. Just stay there, just sink in all those feelings into you. Now slowly observe your breath, just be there, observe your breath, how your breathing pattern is. When you are in the Kabban Park or maybe a park which has huge trees, a very peaceful place. And there is a place where the water flowing. There is a small pond in Kabban Park. Sitting there, enjoying your space. Now slowly open your eyes. Why am I just creating this? Is this a very simple thing that I could say that the surroundings around you are affecting your breathing, isn't it? Isn't it? Is it just a breath or even your mind? Mind, right? It's just when you hear that sound, when you do something, automatically our bodies are prepared for it. We are not excluded from the nature. That's how we have been created. When you hear some sounds, when you hear something that is unusual, or when you are at places where you have to a little different from how peaceful we are. If it is different, it's our bodies are made to think so. Our bodies are made to breathe in a different way. Our bodies are made to prepare us for something different. Okay? So, and now what's happening is, why I'm doing this is, are you in the traffic there? No, just by hearing, by imagining, we created a situation, right? So, why I'm doing this is, just like this, we are creating situations in our life. Usually I do this. Most of us will do this. What we will do? We will think of something. That's how we have been extending our stress. See, it's good that to have, when lion is there, to run is good. But what if you are always imagining a lion behind you? It's very difficult. That's where, bad stress enters. I am explaining you because all these things to make you understand that losing this present moment, not being in this moment and always being in the past or in the future, it makes you think that you are in a stress mode and your breath is not in your control. When it's not in your control, your body will not be in your control. It will not do the things it has to do. And now I'm saying few things, what will happen to the body. And just if you listen, it will be like, that's what we are doing right now sitting here. Your metabolism is not good. All your secondary muscles are made to breathe like anything. And then even your oxygen is not being used to something that it has to be used. It's going to the muscles continuously because they're thinking that you are in stress. And that's why, your muscle deterioration is more and your bone deterioration is more. There is osteoporosis. All this is happening because you're keeping your body and your mind in stress mode, always thinking about something that is not here right now. You are not in the traffic, but somehow you're thinking about it, right? You are imagining something. That's happening to each one of us because we are in the past and future imagining things. We are just messing up with everything. That's what I wanted to say. And now can you say what are the how it's affecting us mentally? Breath. Anybody can say? How just now you have observed how it's affecting you mentally. You feel irritating? You feel disturbed? You will have negative thoughts. That's how mentally, right? That's what it's all about, thoughts. And then, see, many things happen mentally. All unnecessary things have been created. Now tell me what will happen in a good way. If you are, controlling your breath and breath is happening in a peaceful way, what will happen? You will be peaceful, relaxed, and all your thoughts will be aligned. You are not in the past or future, concentrating here, being in the session, being in the class, doing your work rather than wasting your energy. Yes? Then what else? I am hearing this from many days, most of the youth. The moment they come from the hostel, they will be in the hostel and they come from the hostel. The moment if your mother asks you to do something, I've been doing this there, why are you asking me to do here also? Do we say that? Yes. హాస్టల్లో చేసి విసిగిపోయాం, పొద్దున్నే లేచి విసిగిపోయాం, ఇక్కడ కూడా ఎందుకు నాకు ఇవన్నీ. డూ వి సే దీస్ థింగ్స్? ఎస్. ఏ హస్బెండ్ కమ్స్ టు హోమ్, ఇఫ్ వైఫ్ హాస్ సంథింగ్ హీ విల్ సే, నా ఆఫీస్లో అంతా అలసిపోయాను, ఇక్కడ కూడా చేయాలా? వి హియర్ ఆల్ దీస్, రైట్? బికాస్ యూ బీన్ క్యారింగ్ యువర్ ఆఫీస్ టు హోమ్. ద మూమెంట్ యు ఆర్ హియర్, నీ ఆఫీస్ని మర్చిపో. You are in the hostel, you have to do this. The moment you come from the hostel to the home, you have to forget, right, that you are at home. You are at home, you don't have to carry that feeling. But somehow we are, again it comes back to meditation, because lack of it, we are just living in the past and in the future, and we do not know how breath is affecting us in this present moment. So that's what I wanted to say in the physical and mental level. And when it comes to emotional level, how it affects our feelings, how breath affects you in the feeling level. How it affects? Just now we have meditated, just before this session starts. How was you feeling? So relaxed, So peaceful. It feels like you are in that peaceful state of your life, isn't it? Nothing bothers you. You feel so relaxed. Nothing is behind you. Nothing is on your shoulders. We all carry something on our shoulders. That's why we all have tight shoulders. Most of the youth is suffering from the shoulder issues because you feel like something is on your shoulders all the time. That's called emotional baggage. We all have it. Agree or not? You are here right now in this moment, but still you have a baggage of being that first daughter in our home. Isn't it? Most of us carry that baggage of being a father. Or maybe first son, or maybe a husband, or maybe a wife, carrying it always. That's what it is important. There is a difference between being and doing. You're doing all those roles, but still you are a being and we don't know how to come back to that being. That's why we are carrying that baggage. You all have that feeling, I'm a manager. All the time? Are you manager all the time? Are you father all the time? I'm asking this question to you. Are you a husband all the time? This time something for you. Meditate at some time. At that time you're not a father. You don't have to carry that feeling. I have a fees that I have to pay by the end of this month. If you are a father for 24 hours, there is stress on you. If you are a student for 24 hours, there's stress on you. If you feel that, you have a feeling that you're jobless 24 hours, how your breath will be? Do you think you breathe in a relaxed way? I'm asking you, do you really breathe in a relaxed way if you think that I am jobless? Will you experience that happy life? But if you're jobless, are you meant to be unhappy? You are meant to be jobless but not unhappy, right? If you are jobless, you don't have job but you have happiness. But you don't know because you are thinking that you are only that part. So that's where on emotional level, your breath is ruling you because you don't know how to come back to the normal state. Now the moment if you start breathing normally, at least start breathing from the abdominal level, what happens? You come to this moment. Right now you are not jobless, you are not even a job holder. Right now in this moment, you are not a husband, you are not a wife. Right now in this is not something to do illegal things, okay? So only to relax, to have that feeling. In this moment, you are not below everybody or above everybody. So in that moment, what happens? You are in the being state. And to come that moment, there is no other way but breath. Only breath can bring you. You don't have to spend, some lakhs of amount and go to Andaman or Bali to feel it. Isn't it? Just to breathe, do you have to go to Bali? Just to feel that happiness, do you have to buy that lakhs of ticket? But there's a simple thing. That's why I always says breath, 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 breath. Because whether you are a young or old, whether you are a wife or husband, whether you have money or not, or anything, because there are hundreds of things that will help you to bring to present moment. I don't say it's only breath. There are many things. When you are jumping from, that bungee jump, how many of you know why people do bungee jump? To experience that adrenaline rush, to be in that moment, to experience something. But you'll get more than that when you are in the meditation. You'll be in that being state. You don't have to jump to feel it. But somehow, do you think that everybody can do that bungee jump? No, they can't, right? It's, how costly it is. I'm still wondering when will I do it because it's really costly. So, but to be in this moment, do I have to? No, I don't have to do all that. All I have to know is understand my breath. Just take a deep breath, relax, that's it. Isn't it? And how many of you have this is one last thing I want to speak. Insomnia issues, that you can't sleep. Sleep happily. Sleep like a baby. At least sleep for 7 hours or 6 hours happily. How many of you have that issue? Not after seeing all the reels tired and then sleep. Okay, that's an exception. You are tired and your body wants it and somehow you are sleeping. That's not the way. Consciously, happily sleeping like a baby. Feeling that, falling into that sleep, enjoying that sleep. How many of us does? No, right? But today we will learn one breathing because I want them to teach one breathing that will really help you to sleep happily. Are we ready to do that? All of you need it. Do you think we need sleep? Happy sleep? Does anybody don't agree with it? Yes, right? You will agree, right? We all need sleep, a happy sleep. So as a yoga trainer, I love this one happy breathing, which is very easy. Every one of us can do. And I am saying it's important whether you are a yoga person, whether you whatever you do, but master your breath. That's the only way to live happily. Okay, now today we will learn one easy breathing technique that's called Bramari. Okay, you know what's meant by Bramari? Anybody? What's the meaning? Yes, somebody said it in Telugu. I heard it or I imagined it. I'm good at imagination, by the way. Somebody said Tummeda. Did I hear it? Okay, it's a honeybee. So we all now become honeybees. Okay? So I can hold the mic. I'll just show them a simple breathing technique. You don't have to even do this way, but still you can do. And this doesn't mean only for sleeping. It's even when you want to relax. When you are feeling stressed, when you are feeling that exam feeling, or when you are having that anxiety or depression, you can do this. Okay? Now let's try. Everybody sit comfortably wherever you are. I am saying this just to master at least one thing you have to take from this session. One breathing technique that really helps you. Anywhere, anytime you can do this to relax. To come to this moment. If you are not able to breathe, at least meditate or do that. This will help you. Okay? Okay. Oh, I'm going to the side. Okay, I'm coming to the center. Everybody can see me, right? Yes. Now just sit comfortably. First, don't close your eyes. You have to just take your hands. Show me your hands. I hope you don't have nails. If you have nails, I don't know how you can do. Okay. Now you have to. We all have earlobes. There's one thing above your ear. Yes. So just place your finger on it. Close your ears. Okay. Now don't close because you can't hear me. Na? I'm saying it. When we are doing it, we will do that. Okay. Now what you do is, you happily look at me and then we do together. Okay. So you can do this or you don't have to do it later onwards. But now today we'll do this way. When you are around people, if you do this, they think that you're crazy. But that's fine. But today we will do together. See, all you have to is close your ears. Inhale through nose. Okay. Just a deep inhalation. And then while exhaling, we all become, okay, that humming, we are honeybee. We'll do this humming sound. That's it. Let's try one, just at least for 5 breaths and say me how you're feeling it. Try, close your eyes and now start exhaling, making that sound. Nobody is hearing you except you. Feel that humming sound. Yes, it can be loud, it can be in a relaxed way. Take it serious, just enjoy it and do it. 5 breaths and again take a deep inhalation. When you are done with exhalation, do it slowly. Exhale very slowly. Continue doing with your own rhythm. Just inhale peacefully and exhale making the sound. Now slowly, along doing this, observe the changes in the body happening while you are doing it. How your body is feeling. Observe your facial muscles, how they are relaxing. Wow. Now slowly open your eyes. Do you really feel any shift? This is again science. It should. Do you feel it? The moment when you are saying it, at least if you add a little imagination that while you are saying, like that you are leaving all the stress, releasing everything. The moment you feel it, your body will be relaxed. Because why this is very important is, it's important to come out from the stress as fast as possible. That should happen naturally because we forgot we need this process. Okay, whenever you feel like this is the time I have to shift from being very active to the sleeping mode or somehow, rather than spending time with reels or doing some seeing Netflix or something else, we all have to understand that we have to sleep consciously. Do everything consciously. You don't have to do it because you are tired. Isn't it? So that's how this simple breathing technique will help. And there are many other. One more we will try. How many of you really breathe, at least know how to breathe with the abdomen? Have you seen recent interview of Sid Sriram? How many of you have seen it? With Suma, anchor Suma. There is a concert that's going to happen in Hyderabad, I think, Sid Sriram's, and he has given one interview to Suma. Anybody have seen it? I think it's been there on the internet from 10 days. Yes, you have seen? So there he has answered one beautiful thing. Like when people ask like, what's that one thing behind? He did something different, right? Sid Sriram's singing is different from others. You feel a lot through that songs. Yeah, he said that it's because the way I breathe. He said it. From many other singers, it's different from mine because it's different because I breathe from the abdomen. I sing from the abdomen. So we all should understand that we should use the organs properly. Abdomen is meant for breathing when you are not in the stress state. I don't say all the time. When you are not in the stress state, your abdomen has to help you in breathing. Now we will learn. That's called abdominal breathing, belly breathing, yogic breathing, deep breathing, whatever you call, that's the only way. So now what we will do is, we all will place our left hand on the chest center, your chest center, yes, and your right hand on the stomach. And when you are doing some breathings, it's good to sit straight. Because we are doing, not being. You have to do something to understand it. Yes, we are voluntarily alternating our breath. Okay? Yes. Now start breathing. Filling your stomach like a balloon. Inhale, take a deep inhalation. Your stomach is filling. And then slowly exhale, pulling your abdominal muscles in, and then you are exhaling. Again fill. Inhale, and then slowly exhale. And now if you observe, your chest is almost not moving, only your abdomen is moving, then you are doing the correct way. Again inhale, and gently exhale. 2 more times, because to even come to that rhythm, for your stomach to understand, for your mind to understand, you have to do at least 5 times or 6 times. Then you are doing it right way. Just try one more time. Inhale, observe your stomach bulging like a balloon, and then when you are exhaling, slowly relaxing the abdominal muscles, completely exhaling out, and then slowly inhaling in. Slowly exhaling out. Where your chest is not on the, it's not working more. Not all your chest muscles are working. Only the deep abdominal breathing is happening. You feel it? Yes? And now gently open your eyes. And why we are doing this is, at least in situations like, I'll explain few situations. When you come from the traffic or from outside, I know if you're coming from the outside, it's definitely from the traffic. Am I true? If you are in Hyderabad, because I am experiencing, even Hyderabad traffic is more nowadays. From that sounds, from that environment, when you are coming home, there's somebody at home who really doesn't need all that stress. They need that happy you, isn't it? Even you want to be happy when you are at home. So this simple breathing, rather than just pouring your emotions on people, it can be your wife, it can be your kids, it can be even that surroundings. You're filling it with your stress. Instead of doing that, if you just breathe at least 10 times this way, or maybe Bramari, there are chances that you leave stress there and you catch something happier. Okay, if you don't do that, you will fail physically, you will fail mentally, you will fail emotionally. You can't be your father, a happy father, you can't be a happy husband, you can't be a happy son, because you're carrying your college vibes home, you're carrying the traffic vibes home. You carry everything from somewhere to something else, and the only way to cut it is shifting the breath. Only way, and that's the cheapest and the best. Nowadays, cheap is something that says about the quality of it. No, I'm saying about the cost behind it. It's the very easiest thing. We all have it. Let's use it to the fullest. Because otherwise there will be a day where you will think that I could have mastered it already. I'm so late to it. It could have been different if I understood. I always felt it. I could have learned this when I'm a teenager. I would be a different person. I would be more kind to my parents. I would be more kind to my husband. I would be more kind to my friends around. I would have given my best because I know I am the best. We are all best, right? But why there are worse things happening? Because we are not being our best. We don't know how to execute our best. Because we are lost in the moment, lost in that breath. We don't know how to come back to that best inside us. We don't know how to connect towards that inside. We all have something inside. This outer world triggers everything. Traffic, or teachers, or maybe many people who are there triggering us. But beyond that, there's something inside us. We are all pure. We are happy inside. We are contented inside. How you will see inside? Only breath is the only way. Only way. Meditation happens only when you catch that breath. You'll see yourself only when you are with your breath. You'll at least, the first step into that inner journey is through breath. There's no other way. That's why breath is important. Today it's not even A in the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, something to Z. If that is the alphabets of breathing, we have not even seen A. But still, even this knowledge is enough at least to catch the breath. Take some time, at least a few minutes. Start with breath and then meditation happens. You can't meditate. There's no such doing. I literally love this book of Osho where he has explained that it's being. You can't do it. If you think again you are doing meditation, there's again stress there. It has to happen. But breath is the only way that will help you to happen. Catch your breath and everything will happen automatically. And even for me, it's a different journey. For me, everything happened because I started observing my breath. Observing my breath, first thing. I don't even started altering all these things at the beginning. Started observing and life changed. So take charge of your life, take charge of your breath, and then we'll meet one fine day. Thank you.
How to select correct life partner? Best question.
She is best.
Okay. How to select the correct life partner? I think Vyshnavi can answer this question.
Actually, it's a very important question too. But I will say, instead of just asking it like how to select a good or
Life partner.
just a life partner, okay. How to catch the life partner.
Correct.
So first you should know what you are, so start meditating. That's the easiest thing. Unless and until you don't know what you are, what you want, then how could you say that what you want in the partner? And how I chose my partner is, when I started meditating, I saw him, I got an intuition and I married. Now if you ask me any questions, intuition has no logic. I can't explain it. You have to feel. That's the best thing.
Self-understanding.
Heart, yeah, that's true. You know, when you don't even know what's the word about what is intuition is, there are two things. One mind says, one heart says, isn't it? How mind says, if I see Nikhil the moment, what mind will think is, I saw him in a Zoom meeting where I could see only from here to here. My questions will be, where does he live? What will be his salary? Whether he has six-pack or not? Whether he is tall or not? What if he has a belly? That's how we all think, right? Whether it is a wig or real hair. Whether he will go to US or not after marrying. This is all how mind thinks. That's how we are all thinking, isn't it? We have a list of things and then we will open a matrimony. We'll keep all that. We'll do tick. If this is all happening, then only I should marry. That's how mind is, okay? And then heart. It's not that logical. It's all about how you feel about that person. And that's very difficult to put in words, but you should have a heart to understand it. And we all have heart. Open your heart, that's it.
Yeah, I guess some
Just an extension is, suppose if you don't have heart and intuition, just wait, your partner will have it, you will select it.
Actually, that happened. He stopped his searching. Then he searched everywhere and then he stopped. I found him and I
second question. Do we need to observe between eyes while meditation?
Between eyes.
Yeah. Do we need to observe between eyes while meditation?
No.
That's a simple answer. No.
Simple.
No, not required.
Actually, he made it very clear, right? So, when meditation, we are just in a state of being, not doing. So, when you start observing your eyes, it doesn't become meditation. Yeah, between eyes. Actually, there are so many yogic practices, those are completely different, but being in meditation is completely different. So, just be yourself.
But see, when you are observing, as sir said, I'm seeing a camera, but I know what's happening around, right? You are just with your breath, but you feel like something is happening here, just observe. That would be the best way. Witness it. If something is happening, I'm not saying to ignore it maybe, that's what even Nikhil means, but don't focus on it and you'll miss the biggest things. Okay?
Hridayamki manasuki madhya bedamenti. Which means, what is the difference between mind and heart?
I just said it. Mind is, Manasu is mind, where it has logics. Heart has no logic. Anybody has anything else to say?
Concrete and abstract.
You asked questions and you are getting answers.
It would be better if the speakers will take the chair.
Heart tells you what you want. Mind tells you whether it is good for you or not.
True.
That's the
So select with heart, balance it with mind. Any decision making, follow your feeling first, but use your awareness and mind to make sure you're doing it in the right way. For example, I want to have pani puri. Okay, silly example. I feel like having pani puri. That's my heart. Eat it anywhere or eat it in a hygienic place. My mind comes into picture and it tells, okay, have pani puri, but eat here. That's how allow the heart and then support it with mind. That's when your decision will be most probably correct.
We will sit
The thing with the difference between mind and heart.
many reasons why.
Telugu చెప్పనా ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్పనా
Telugu question. Telugu answer.
Okay,
Call actually.
సో మనసు అంటే మైండ్. మనసుని జనరల్గా చెయ్యి ఇక్కడ పెడతాం. సినిమాలు మనల్ని ఖరాబ్ చేసినాయి. మనసు అంతా నువ్వే, మనసు నిండుగా నువ్వే. ఓకే, సో మనసు అంటే ఇక్కడ ఉండాలి, ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది బేసికల్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ మనసు, దిస్ ఇస్ హృదయం. సో హార్ట్ అంటే ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ధ్యానం చేస్తామో మనందరం హార్ట్తో కనెక్టెడ్ అయిపోతాం. ఎప్పుడైతే హార్ట్తో కనెక్ట్ అవుతామో మనము we get connected to the cosmic energies. మాస్టర్స్ తోటి మనం కనెక్ట్ అవుతాం. సో ఎప్పుడైతే మనము మెడిటేషన్ చేసినప్పుడు హార్ట్తో కనెక్ట్ అవుతామో, హయ్యర్ మాస్టర్తో కనెక్ట్ అవుతామో, అప్పుడు ఇంట్యూషన్ ఫ్లో అవుతుంది, విజ్డమ్ ఫ్లో అవుతుంది, ఐడియాస్, విజన్స్ ఇవన్నీ మనకి ఫ్లో అవుతాయి అనమాట. ఎప్పుడు ధ్యానం చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే, ఓన్లీ త్రూ మెడిటేషన్. సో వన్స్ వీ డూ దట్, వీ గెట్ కనెక్టెడ్ అండ్ దట్ ఐడియాస్, దట్ విజ్డమ్ will show us the right path. హార్ట్ ఏం చేయాలో చెప్తుంది, మైండ్ ఎలా చేయాలో చెప్తుంది. ఓకే, సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరందరూ రకరకాల చోట్ల నుంచి వచ్చారు. ఓకే, ఖైరతాబాద్కి రావాలి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ గచ్చిబౌలిలో ఉన్నాము. యువర్ హార్ట్ ఈస్ టెల్లింగ్ యూ, ఓకే దిస్ ఇస్ వండర్ఫుల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అవేకెనింగ్ యూత్, నేను ఖైరతాబాద్కి వెళ్ళాలి అని మీ హృదయం చెప్పింది. ఇట్ పుల్డ్ యూ. సో okay, you want to go to Hyderabad. How? Now the mind is functioning. Okay? ఎగురుకుంటూ వెళ్తావా, నడుచుకుంటూ వెళ్తావా, ఈదుకుంటూ వెళ్తావా, కార్లో వెళ్తావా, సైకిల్లో వెళ్తావా, దట్ ఈస్ ద మైండ్స్ జాబ్. సో వాట్ టు డూ, యువర్ హార్ట్ విల్ టెల్ యూ. హౌ టు డూ, యువర్ మైండ్ విల్ టెల్ యూ. సో it is not enough just to know what to do, it is also important to know how to do it. So the command center is your heart and your mind should follow your heart. Mind ఒకటి పనిచేసింది అనుకోండి, it will be very dominant, it will be very egoistic, separatistic, and it is very confusing. You don't know what to do, you don't know what to think, you don't know what to say, you don't know where to go. But you will be safe when you are under the shadow of your heart. సేఫ్గా ఉంటాం. So you follow your heart, whether it is your partner, is your job, it's your relationship, or is your career, finance. These are all materialistic things, but meditation is much above than that. These all will be given to you, but there's something greater about your heart which you will know with your own personal experience when you meditate. మీ సొంత ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ద్వారా మీరు నేర్చుకోవచ్చు హార్ట్ గురించి మైండ్ గురించి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Spirituality, we keep hearing these words love and light. Love is for the heart, light as in knowledge or information is for the mind. Suppose someone met with an accident. I'm traveling on the highway, I have seen someone, serious accident. I want to save him. My feeling says, my heart says, he should be saved. Surgery cheyali. I am not a surgeon. Na love saripotunda a person ni kaapadaniki. You need a person who knows how to do the surgery.
Knowledge.
Suppose there is a surgeon traveling on the same road, but he is not having heart to save the guy. He knows how to do the surgery, but he doesn't have the feeling to save it. So it's very important to have love and light, both. See, I have love, he has light. Thank you.
I hope you guys are understanding. If there is anyone who is not able to understand Telugu, then please let us know.
Telugu or
Few
English?
people- No. Few people are from the Hindi background, so they don't understand Telugu. I know few people, so that's why I asked this question. Is it okay? Is it clear? Then we'll go with the next question. How is meditation different from mantra meditation?
Same only. So when you are doing mantra chanting or something, your mind is still working there. So it's not a meditation. So ultimately meditation means nothing. No mantra, no tantra, no yantra, everything. Just be with your breath. That will take you to the emptiness. So in that emptiness, there is no your self-identification. I am not Nikhil, I am not Neil, I am not anything. There is no identification at all. So that empty state is what your meditation. There you are being. You are not doing. Mantra is again doing, right? So when you start doing mantra or lesson, your mind starts working. So no mantra, no japa, nothing. Just.
It's mantra, tantra. So you want no mind, don't start something with mind. And mantra meditation, whoever asked this question, if you are trying any such mantra meditations, they are very, very powerful. Sometimes you cannot handle the energies. It's very risky. Never try it on your own. If you want to experiment, do it under somebody's guidance. Just to experiment.
I have one question regarding that.
Please ask.
My question is asked by me only. Like scientifically, it has been proven that mantra meditation is also very effective and it activates our brain cells. So that's what my question is, like how it is.
Do they say that it needs to be done under somebody's supervision or not?
Yeah.
Yes, that's all.
So while eating, speaking, can I take the question? While eating, speaking, drinking, how should one control breath and manage constantly without any deviations of those activities? Did you get the question? You want me to repeat again? While eating, speaking, drinking, how could one control breath and manage constantly without any deviations of those activities?
Why should you think of breath and why should you control breath while you are doing all these things? Not required. Don't torture breath by being with it unnecessarily. Let it be on its own. You just be aware of what you are doing. You don't know awareness, you don't have enough awareness. First you practice it with breath and apply the same awareness to whatever you are doing. What you do in the present moment matters than being with breath. You are using breath to practice being in the present moment. Breath is not important. Being in the present moment is important. Okay. After that, only in meditation be with breath. Otherwise, be with whatever you are with, whatever you are doing, be aware. It's very dangerous. I remember one meditator always trying to be with breath while driving. He met with an accident. He put a message on the group, please don't be with breath while driving. Who asked you to? It's from somebody's experience, take it.
So adding to this, it's very funny. Like whatever we start new, it keeps us very motivated. So what we do is, let's say we started learning meditation. We do so much meditation. And gradually what will happen, one day we will leave it. Okay, we will start observing our breath every moment, every 5 minutes once we will observe our breath very nicely for a few days. After that, so first thing we need to understand is, don't do, overdo or underdo. Buddha said Madhya Marga. Madhya Marga means middle path. So you have to understand this learning of meditation or observing your breath, it's not just for few days of your life. It is going to be a life process, entire life. You have to do it for entire your life. Your learning process will happen during the entire process of your life. It is not like today I am doing, tomorrow I am going to enlighten and something is going to happen. No. So it's a forever process. So don't overdo or underdo. So since you learned here to observe breath, don't do it in a wrong way. You have to understand when you have to do. When you are doing office work, it's very important meeting is going on. Now you have to stop and observe your breath. No, it doesn't happen. People will think that you are gone crazy. So you should understand, you should use your mind when to do it. When you are idle, no one is watching, then take a break. Then you observe. If you are stressed out for so long hours of work, then take some time for yourself. Go for a break. What we do in break, normally we chat, we see reels, we discuss so many unnecessary things. That is draining your energy again. So instead of that, you can observe, just sitting for some time, you can observe, just for a few seconds at least. So again, you will get down to normal vibes and then go back to your work. So that is how you have to practice things. Don't overdo anything. When someone is driving, observing your breath, accidents will happen.
ధ్యానం అంటే శ్వాసమిధ్యాస అని చెప్పారు, జీవితం అంటే శ్వాసమిధ్యాస అని చెప్పలేదు.
One thing to add, actually we're using our breath to come to that, to learn awareness. But it's not required, your awareness should be always on the breath. Use breath to be in that moment. If you're already happily eating, why again drinking breath there? You are aware enough. Awareness will take care of your breath. Only breath goes wrong when you are not aware in that moment. When you are happily eating, if you are in that moment, your breath is taken care. Why you have to observe it? So I don't think that's required. Just be there, that's enough.
Okay. So let's just take the remaining questions in the afternoon session. Right now it's time for us to nourish our body with beautiful, yummy, plant-based food. Yeah, let's again meet around 2 p.m. Let's have a break.